What's up, guys? We are back. We're trying to find Jessica. Let's do this. I wanted to play this game on my time off, right? Yeah, you know what? I'll go grind on those metal slimes, and then I realized was this. I'm missing a character. So I didn't go. I didn't do grinding. Would have been nice, right? Yep. Okay, so where was I? Last time I played this was Thursday. Today's Monday. Excuse me. Oh, I did the arena. That's right. The arena. It's not right on his tower. Oh man. Place sucks. Well, let's do it. Yeah, that's exactly where I was. I wasn't even inside the tower. It was annoying. Orc. Yeah, put the sword. Go into the door. Oh man. Wonder if there's a spell that's like holy water. Because I should have bought some holy water. How many do I even have? Yeah, I probably would have been able to afford some. If I go here, that tips, right? Where can I put that? Who has a sword? Hey Franco, how's it going, bro? What's up? Okay. I don't think that's a statue thing. Metal. Let's look at these things, man. It looks like hair crosses. Got hair crosses here. I watch so much Pokemon on the week now with my son. We watched like 16 episodes. Oh, he loves Pokemon. Okay. Not even fighting excuse me. Just yawning. Yawn, yawn. What about the other way? So that's the way. That way is here. What is this? Franco says Breath of the Wild is hard. Is it just an ongoing game? Or does it end? Don't notice the parties. Presents. Yeah, perfect time to run away. Yeah, does Breath of the Wild end? Does it go on forever? Because I heard it was like, it was a material-based game, right? So you got our material, yeah, other stuff. This is where I have to go. Hello. Or I didn't mean to get off. Yeah, I didn't mean to. Franco says you can end it when you want, but you can go on forever before ending. So that's Breath of the Wild, guys. That's how it is. And really, do we have to fight these guys? They're too scary, man. Look at them. I got scarred. Scarred from capturing Talos. Don't get off. Run. Aside. Looks like I gotta move a statue there. Let's find the statue. Is that it? No. Maybe I gotta drop it. Drop the statue. Franco says you fight Ganon in the first 2 hours, but it's impossible without the resources. Oh, really? Okay. So the game tells you gotta go level up. Level that shit up. Is that what I had to do? Ah, crap. Now we get it. That statue I had to put on the bridge. You get that lever. But there's nowhere to push it. Man, these things are annoying. All annoying looking. Yeah, where do I push this fucking? No, that's not what it's for. I don't know what to do. Just looking at it. Can't even fall down? What is this bullshit? Gotta take the long way down. Long. Franco says Breath of the Wild is like 2 stories. And it's fun, right? It gets you sucked into the game. You want to keep playing it. Is it still yawning. Is it linear? Or is it open world? So for example, open world would be Zelda 1. Linear would be Twilight Princess. Uh-oh. Don't want to fight. Just gonna run away until I get Jess. I mean Jess back in the party. Yeah, looks like it's gonna be a while until I get Jess back. Let's probably drop a statue. Michael says it's like 2 stories. No, the fall. Not Zelda. In this game, okay. What is this? Come on. Oh, man. We did it. We're on the other side. This is the right side. I think it's the wrong side. Oh, this is the right side, okay. Push, Chung, just push. Good, Chung, it's good. Yeah, look at that. He's the most nimblest Chungus of all time. Dude is like feather light, the way that he runs. Like here. Huh? Another statue. Let's open this. The puzzle doesn't seem too hard. Franco says he is the character of all time. Oh, Chungus, the nimblest character of all time. I have to go down to the statue. Okay, let's go back. Back. Perfect. Now this statue. Here or here? I don't know. Let's push somewhere. On the green thing. Thank you very much, Franco. On the green thing. Oh, that thing, okay. Oh, man. I think it's the... I was over at my buddy's yesterday, and he's got cats. I'm allergic to cats. And dogs. Wait a minute. Hear the footsteps. Put it on that? Wasn't it on that thing? Oh, okay. It wasn't on this green step here. It was next to it. Oh, really? That's a good way to trick you. What is this? What? What kind of sorcery is this? Bullshit sorcery. Huh? Let it go, dude. So unlike Zelda games, you know how in Zelda you push something by just pushing it? I guess you use a button. But it always lets go. In this, it doesn't. You're like, you got suction cups on the thing, and then you can't let go until you press triangle. So check it out. It's like I can't even let go. Gotta press triangle. It is weird, right, Franco? Yeah, because Zelda has the perfect controls. Aha. So we gotta put it here. Franco says I prefer it this way, to be honest. Oh, wow. Katombas with the raid, guys. Welcome, welcome, raiders. I am Zap. John Risu is follow. Thank you so much for following, John Rasums. If you guys haven't met me yet, I play RPG games. I don't speedrun though, unlike Katombas. So guys, if you haven't followed Katombas, check him out. He speedruns Final Fantasy VII. It's the only game that he plays. But he's got, I'm pretty sure he's got one of the world records. Like top 5, right? Katomba says, I'm streaming late today, so I can finally give you a rate. It's all good, bro. It's good to see you again, Katombas. He's in Australia. Franco says, you almost stepped on the platform, falling to the last level. Katomba says, I've been doing FF8 as well the last few months. Really? Streaming FF8 as well? Katomba says, I start my 6 weeks off on Friday. John Russum says he just got EB of 20 minutes. So are you under 20 minutes now? What? I think I misunderstood that. Because you were like 4 hours, right? So you probably knocked off 20 minutes. Okay. John Russum says he cut off 20 minutes of his personal best. That's insane, dude. Wow. Dumba says, I'm doing all bosses now. Different cat. Wow. Good job, man. That's insane. So what are you ranked when it comes to records now? Pretty sure you were like top 10 last time I spoke with you. Gamer Extreme just followed. Thank you so much, Gamer Extreme. John Russell says he has the world record for that category. Wow, for the bosses, huh? That's pretty amazing, man. Congratulations. Did it. Yeah, I think I met Katombas when I was playing Final Fantasy VII.
Well, there's a surprise. Making good progress, I see.
Got another follower, Moonlit Midgar, huh? Nice, nice. Thomas says, we met when you were playing Shiny Force 2. Oh, you remembered that, huh? Damn. That was a long time ago, man. Yeah. Yeah, I think I played FF7 pretty close after that. Regino says, hey Regino, how's it going? What's up, what's up? Just shaved my beard, so now the difference between you and me is being cool. Is even more ridiculous in your favor. Late night snacking, sleepy time now for me. But while I'm snacking, I'm gonna annoy you all here. That's all good. Tomba says I have my 1-year affiliate anno next week. Oh, that's awesome, man. Congrats. That's huge, though. Shaving off 20 minutes from your personal best. Yeah, for you guys just joining in, I stream mostly RPGs. I do stream other games too, like Castlevania, Mega Man, and I do it all on real hardware. So as you see behind me, I'm playing those games. Hey Chrono Triggers, how's it going? What's up? I am good, bro. Just got a raid from Katombas. If you haven't checked him out, he speedruns Final Fantasy VII and now Final Fantasy VIII. Katombas says, always love the music from Dragon Quest. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. This one's really good, guys. I think I'm far in the game. Not sure. Let's kill this guy. Regina says the tower, literally the most mid-fuck part of the game. Yeah, look pretty annoying. Just coming here. Guessing that statue isn't as crazy as my Talos. Okay, might be cheaper just full heal. Chrono Trigger says, do you know your exact percentage complete? I got no clue. You got the map, right? Okay. So there's a bunch of stairs here. And I thought it was going easy up till now. Chrono Trigger says you're 65% now. Wow, I'm getting close, guys. Oh, what? What is this bullshit? Yeah, I went the wrong way. No, I was just here, right? Yeah. Huh. Gamer Extreme, how's it going, bro? Gamer Extreme says I'm playing Warhammer Chaos Bane. I've never heard of that game. I know the Warhammer Total War games. I thought I just grab this. I can't, right? Genesis 65%-ish discounting post game, but post game is the best part of the game, really? Post game is the best part. Yeah, so I'm fleeing from most battles, if not all battles, until I get Jessica back. I want to be able to level her up. So you guys got me to 200 plus followers. Thank you so much, guys, for following. Wait, if I can pull this. Oh, I can. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Katombas. How do I do with this? Is that even the right choice to do? Joe says it's where the bestest challenge is, obviously. So after post game. Let's see if I can finish the game first. It's pretty long, man. This game is really, really long. Dumba says, usually I've been streaming for like 10 p.m. till 8 a.m. Australian time. So I haven't been able to give you a raid because you haven't been on. It's all good, bro. Yeah, I was wondering if you were even still on because I never saw you on there. But it's understandable, right? You're in Australia. Yeah, I've been wanting to play Final Fantasy VII, but I don't want to play the same game. Nah, we can't pull it up here, eh? Tomba says, no distractions when I stream late. I gotta push it down the stairs? I don't know. Let's see. Push, Chungus, push. Push the statue. Hopefully Jess is not the last boss. What? What? Thomas says, how far are you in this game? About like 65% or so. Or so I was told by Regino and Chrono Triggers. Or maybe, hold on. Maybe I gotta go somewhere else. Just a little bit, maybe. Gamer Extreme says I have a disc copy of this game on PS2. Nice, nice. That's what I'm playing it on. I'm playing it on PS2. My copy's somewhere beside me. On my box. Yeah, I was told to play this game because it's really, really good. I played it and it is really good. When a Trigger says, I like this segment. It was like doing trig all over again. Trig? What is trig? Like trigonometry? Thomas says, I started playing this game on Android but never got too far. The 3DS version looks good. It's got a whole bunch of extra stuff and apparently it fixed some stuff. Come on, let me run away, man. Don't do this to me. Grabbing my face. Trigger says, yeah, teetering and perspective on what teetering angles looks like. You look more or less than actually move things around during the segment. I don't know anything about trigonometry. I listen to a podcast named Trigonometry. But it's not about anything about math or like that, right? So we gotta go this way. Dave, how's it going? What's up? What's up? We got a raid from Katombas. If you remember Katombas, Dave, he's the one who does Final Fantasy VII speedruns. Yeah, definitely cool. Do I push this? Probably, right? Don't get off. Don't get off. Oh, right. It's not gonna move. Jenna says you're getting bigger and bigger numbers here, man. Oh, thank you. Okay, we got a chest here. What do we got? Recover. Oh, what is this? Recovery ring? What's this? What's this? There's a ring in my bag. A wonderful ring that gradually restores HP as you walk around. Really? Would that even be useful? I'm gonna use this. Oh, okay. So it's as good as what I have, plus it has the bonus of giving HP while I run around. That's good. Regino says, soon enough, and my nonsense, I'm gonna get drowned out. Hey, some crazy guy, how's it going, man? What's up, what's up? Some crazy guy says, it's almost a living wage. Okay. Let's see. I got no clue where to go, man. Okay, we're in this hub again. So I came from the, not the bottom one, but the one closest to me in the bottom. Let's go here. Some crazy guy says, Chaos Bane is similar to Diablo. Oh, really? Okay. But isn't Warhammer like a war game? Diablo's an RPG. It's fast-paced. It's a great game. I love Diablo. No, it's not here. It must be in you too, right? Chaos Bane? Yeah, I don't know anything about Warhammer. All I know is that the Total War series is not Warhammer. Regino says, anyway, not sure what monster team you got to call up, but if you don't really use them in in battles, might want to put psych up bastards in there. They'll be more useful for you in the boss fights coming up for sure. But what if the bosses remove Psych Up? What happens then? I'll show you what I have as my monster team. So the monster team, guys, is you can summon him during battle. Because I did all the arena stuff, right? So this is the strongest team here. And then team 2, excuse me, is the second strongest. And then you're allowed to have reserves. I think I could have one more. Sega. Jano says there's ways the others ones can be useless too. What's coming off? You're better off with the Psych Up, in my opinion. Okay, so why did I do that? Why don't I make monster team number 2 Psych Up? Okay, just for you, Regino. Then I'll try it out. So these guys basically pump up your main human team, right? So they're not very strong. Do lots of pump ups. Okay. Gamer Extreme says you have a lot of games behind you. Yeah, bro. I used to collect in the 2000s. Well, I started in the late 90s, but I collected through the 2000s. Then I gave up because it was getting too expensive, and when I tried getting back in the hobby not too long ago, it was even more expensive, so I'm not getting back in the hobby. It ain't happening. Yes, I got like, behind me there's PS1 here, and then I got SNES games. Got pretty much every main console. So what I'm doing on my channel, mostly I play games that I haven't beaten before. Mostly. So that's why there's that tag there, first timer. Yeah, it's pretty easy actually fleeing every battle. I thought it was going to be hard. I'd be getting hit everywhere. Not. Okay, we got a statue. Got a statue. What if I have to go up here? There was a dude that talked to me, right? Right when the raid happened, so I wasn't paying attention. What is this? Oh, really? Okay. So I got the treasure. What if I have to move the statue on the tipping board? Maybe. Yeah, you guys are too weak, man. Just let me go. Mid-healing each other. They stopped me from running away just to watch them mid-heal. We got a new follower, Turtle Collector 91. How's it going, Turtle Collector? Thank you for following. So I stream normally Sunday to Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific. But yesterday, I wasn't here. I was chilling on my buddies. we're playing some old games at his place, right? He wants to do this whole setup. He wants to get in like video gaming, like in the old days. General says, bro, don't piss him off. Them birds will go mental on you. Let's see how strong they are. I think Dalos is stronger, man. Yeah, they're going mental right now. Eat shit. Again. So I'm pretty over leveled, it's why I can take a lot of hits, and I have some crazy gear. Some of the guys in the chat help me out. Nice, nice. That's probably why I can take those hits. No clue where I'm going. Yeah, this place sucks. Oh, is this it? We're there, guys. We made it. Wow, this is amazing. Let's look for treasure. Maybe there's treasure. Jenna says, it's all fun and games until you piss them off and they go with whole party 100% instant death spells. Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen. I don't want to redo this place. I made it out, wow. Furniture says, collect the one treasure chest up here. There's a chest, okay. I was gonna look for it because it's too suspect, right? What the fuck is that bucket? Chrono Trigger says it's a bow upgrade for Angelo and it's needed for his ultimate bow. Ultimate bow! Yes! That's amazing. Yeah, so listen to this, guys. My buddy plays his retro games. He's playing NES and Super Nintendo on an old LCD TV. And I told him, I'm like, you want to go with an old projection TV, right? So, like one of those big fucking boxes. But he uses composite, and it looks fine. But I told him, I'm like, if you want to invest, we could get you an upscaler, and you can try it on this TV, and it might work. Furniture says, plus it gives you free cheap party heal, which heals everyone in the party for 3 to 40 points. Wow, that sounds pretty amazing. Yeah, so he wants to get it all set up, and my schedule might be changing again. If I am to be hanging out with him on Sundays, I wouldn't be able to stream, but it's okay. I'll help him out with his game room. There's a bow upgrade here, right? Is that it? No, that's not a chest. That's the chest. Kick it good. Chiron's bow. Isn't Chiron a centaur? Greek myth? Pretty sure. Oh, when used in battle, this bow restores. What? That's ridiculous. Holy crap. So I don't need the old bow. Chrono Trigger says, yep, it's the Greek bow. Okay, so I think I remember Chiron. Chiron is he's the mentor of Hercules. That's who Chiron is. If I remember my Greek myth properly. That was a good bow though. It would confuse, right? Oh, there's a dude here. Oh, that's the dude. Look at him, he's just chilling out. Okay, let's listen to this. It's loading. Loading.
What? You made it? All the way to the top, like? Eh? Ha ha ha! If it's that easy, I've got more building to do. Can't have a novice like you getting to the top. You're all right, young'un. I'm Rhydon. And what do you want with a sculptor like me, eh?
That fucking accent.
You're looking for the cran spinners, ah. Those old gemstones, is it? They've been out of my family for donkey's years. I've never even laid eyes on them myself.
Oh, really?
This is what I heard, like. One of my ancestors put them in a... Ooh. Ah. Ah. This damn back. Always giving me trouble. Anyway, I heard one of my ancestors used them in a statue she carved. That's right. It was the pinnacle of her career, they say. Her best work. Where's the statue now? I can honestly say, I don't know. You'll have to find it yourself, young'un.
Regina says, don't sell the bow. The bumtis. Or, that was Chrono Trigger's. Regina was saying, just chill here all day long. You have to be a total stoner. Get it? Oh yeah, this guy's a stoner. He's got a giant ass stone.
All I can tell you is the lady's name. If this whole block of mine isn't letting me down. Her name was Alexandra.
Alexandra?
That's about it, I'm afraid. Unless there's something else I can help you with. What? My son said I should pay him a visit once in a while? There's no time for that. If a novice like you can get to the top of my tower, I've got my hands full here. I'll just have to build it higher. The only way is up, as they say.
Look at how slow he's working. So that's it? That's what I came here for? Just to meet this asshole? Yeah. Regina says, on a side note, guys, might just be me, but I'm noticing the slight hint of an accent on this fellow. Oh, hell yeah. Chrono Trigger says, do you know the tower he was referencing? Yeah, he's talking about the other tower I was at. You know where Jessica was? Where I first met Jessica? Okay. Evac. Let's evac out of here. Hopefully I get Jessica over there. Chrono Trigger says, time for you to have obligatory everything there. Obliterating everything there. Or put on the holy protection. General says, nah, Eiffel Tower, bruh. That's where we oughta go now. How do you extract Hero and the gang from the game and into the real world? Get them there. I'll leave it to figure out. Fuck, I don't know. Cosplay? Alexandria, right? Yeah. Wasn't a city named after her? Yeah, this one has a pretty big clue, right? So I played Tetris with my son for the first time, and he thought it was hilarious. Right? He kept telling me, "Daddy, build a tower," because he thinks it's like a Lego, right? And I tell him, "Yes, I gotta build a tower, and then we gotta get the lines in the tower." So then he tried it. He liked it, but yeah, it was a hit. Tetris is a hit with kids, guys. Because my son likes numbers and math, right? So he likes Legos. Then I told him, I'm gonna show you a game that's one of the hardest games ever, and I put in Ninja Gaiden 2. And I beat the first stage, and then he says, "Daddy, why aren't you dying yet?" Because he wants to see me lose, right? He thinks it's hilarious when his daddy loses. So when I came to the second stage, he kept dying. That game, man, fucking weather. It's got the whole weather thing, unlike Ninja Gaiden 1. Maybe I'll stream it one day. You guys can see me get annihilated. Well, it says, by the way, careful if you use TurboTax. They tricked a bunch of people into signing up for a credit card with Credit Karma last year to get their refunds. It says, Valdahat. Hey, Valdahat, how's it going? Saw the ad, so thought I would say something. Furniture says, hey son, quote unquote, here's a brutal game that beats the hell out of the bravest warriors of all time. Son learns about cheat codes for console games. Haha. He's not too into video games, but he does like Nintendo. Just the simplicity of it, right? Okay, let's get there. Yeah. Trigger says Nintendo is like global Disney, basically. Sorta. I mean, what Disney's become as of late is not the same Disney that we grew up with in the 80s and 90s. It's totally different. But yeah, I get your point. I get what you were trying to say. Okay, that's tough. Trigger says on a world scale, people identify Pikachu more than Mickey Mouse. Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of which, guys, I gotta take a break here because we got a Twitch ad coming up, so I'll be right back. we are back, guys. Okay. So we're gonna keep fleeing. We're gonna keep fleeing until we get Jess. So for you guys seeing this game for the first time, as you see I got 3 characters, right? Jessica's our fourth character, but she, I guess, got mind controlled. So she ran away from us. Not part of the group anymore. I guess I could use the tiger, but whatever. Jenna says, well, that's my dishes washed. Thanks for the break. Yeah, bro, absolutely. Dishwashers are the way to go, right? Just load it up. Takes a few minutes. They strike first? Look at that. I'm too OP for them. Nah, bro. Just run away. And then you won't get killed. Oh, hold on. Wasn't there a treasure here? I think there was. Jenna says, I live alone, so I don't even use the dishwasher. Not enough stuff to use. What? Come on, man. I live with my son for like half the week, so... Yeah, he does create dishes, but... It's nice to have a dishwasher. Doing them by hand is so much work. Jenna says, I just wash my shit by hand once. I use it easy. Really? Oh man. Dishwasher's the way to go. Makes life a million times easier. There's nothing here. Yeah, frog face. Go fuck yourself, frog face. Here, let's use the item. What is it, the holy water? Okay. Got 1 left. Motherfucking holy water. Need more holy water. Regina says, once I have people over and stuff, but in general, don't feel bothered. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's the kind of word games that I like playing with my son. He loves them. When we're getting in the car, he's got to buckle up, right? So I go, buckle up, buttercup. Jenna says, yeah, I'm mentally a kid too, so I love it too, yeah? Mentally a kid too? Well, I don't think you are. You just chill. Being a kid mentally is different though, man. Because when it comes to it, I put on my my daddy face with my son, and he knows not to fuck around at that point. He knows that daddy's angry. And he's pushing my boundaries. So he stops what he's doing and says, sorry, daddy. Yeah, exactly, right. Fuck this place, man. Look at him, he's so nimble. Yeah, but just because we're adults doesn't mean that we can't have fun, alright? We should be able to have fun. Times. After our responsibilities are done, alright? Jano says Yangus is nimbler than a freaking mountain lion. Of course, I'm just joking. Yeah, exactly. But who knows? I mean, look at him. Look at how he's moving. Okay, so I think I'm almost there. They didn't get the treasure. Jano says being an adult doesn't mean taking yourself over seriously. Being a pretentious douchebag is taking yourself over seriously. I would say being an adult means different things to different people. Uh-oh. Holy water. Holy water's done. Squiggly things. Yeah, we're almost there. Statue's eyes were set with a pair of shimmering jewels. How do I take those jewels? That's the jewels, right? Don't tell me I have to do something else before coming here. Statue, Alexandra. I haven't got it. Not sure yet, but good. I'll walk away. It's one of those walk away scenes.
Wait, brave travelers.
Took you long enough.
I am Alexandra. Many years past, I lived in your world. It was my hands that sculpted this statue.
So I'm glad you guys told me because I was about to teleport. This walk away bullshit is a very bad idea for an RPG game. Whose idea was it? Because you could just teleport out of there and then you wouldn't even get this scene, right? Regina says you wouldn't be able to teleport. Oh, okay, fair enough. That's good then.
Let me tell you a tale. A forgotten moment lost in the great ocean of history. The story of the bloodline of the sages. I was born into the Crambartle family. A family descended from one of the legendary 7 sages.
Like in A Link to the Past.
But my generation saw the legacy of the sages pass to the Albert family when I married. You see, I was the chosen heir. The blood of the sages has remained in the Albert family ever since.
So Jessica.
But that lineage was severed by a dark and evil power when the life of the latest chosen heir, Alistair, was ended. Nevertheless, I am an ancestor of the Albert family. So, I will do everything I can to help preserve the Albert family line. I want you to take the crown spinels from the statue. I have no doubt they will be of use to you. Now Jessica is the only one who can continue the Albert family line. I beseech you to go to her aid.
So Jessica's gotta make babies? That's what we gotta do? That's what she said. Oh, the family jewels! We got them! We got the Grand Spinels. Grand Spinels. Regina says we can volunteer as tributes for that. Ain't that easy, man. Have you seen Jess? She acts like a dude. So she would need a husband who acts more like a dude than that. Here, maybe I gotta leave. I don't know. And it ain't the main guy. There's no way. It's gotta be somebody like fucking, I don't know. Somebody like Maury. Jenna says, I think Jessica has already been carrying the family Jews, but okay. Be fair, that's a good point about Jess when he the dude from Big Lebowski. I don't know. Okay. What'd she say I was supposed to go? Forget everything else. Arcadia's the place. We've got to hurry. You stop fucking talking. God damn it. Regina says Yang is trolling Trode by covering his face with an axe. Yeah, Trode is the Yoda guy. Just can't give the poor king a break. Yeah, see, to me that's just trivial dialogue. I don't see any benefits in it, so I just don't read it. Anything that doesn't involve a story or character development, I don't think should be in a video game. Right, okay. Jenna says, I mean, it's a legit point of view. Yeah, fair enough. It's actually an issue I've noticed in newer games more than ever. Trivial dialogue, just characters just talk to talk and they talk about their clothes and their day and stuff and okay. So I just skip. So where's this guy? Wasn't he supposed to be here? Jenna says, I mean, some game definitely overdo it. Yep, filler for being too short, maybe. Don't know. I believe it's just the game writers. They lack talent. Talentless people are being hired to work on a game, and people just don't care. These people just don't give a crap, right? Master Domenico has ordered the guard to be redoubled. Still waiting from where that girl hit me, but I'll be in trouble if I moaning about it. thought I'd lose my job, but Master Domenico decided to keep me on because... whatever. Don't care. But where's this guy? You're on here, right? This guy would tell me. I only came here to buy some weapons. I never thought I'd end up getting a job. Looking forward to seeing this girl with the stick everyone's talking about. He'll give me a good opportunity to see how good my new sharp blade is. Whatever he said. Yeah, Domenico's not here, man. Luciano says, the girl with the stick, LOL, Dragon Quest 8 can be made fun of. Yeah, too easy, right? Low-hanging fruit. It's a trap. Oh, he's right there. You asshole, why are you here? Why do you change your spot?
You disgust me. I didn't know you from Adam, but still I took you in. And this is how you repay me.
I didn't do anything. Please believe me, I was just feeding Leopold as normal.
What? What did you call him? It's Sir Leopold. Just who do you think you are? Has this imbecile upset you too, Sir Leopold? Of course he has. Such impertinence. No doubt the vile layabouts put poison in your food as well.
For one, who the fuck calls their dog Sir? And who the fuck gives their dog a human name? It's a fucking dog. Name it like, I don't know, Red Eye Black Dog or something. That's what I would name it.
Please, Master. You must believe me. I would never serve Sir Leopold poison.
Why should I believe you? If you want to prove your innocence, you'll have to eat some yourself. Now, while I watch.
Man, this guy's an asshole. Wow. Regina says Ozzy, Pawsborn, Prince of Darkness, or Fuzzles. Yeah, there you go. You got some great names. Like Leopold, really? Really? You gave him a human name? Katomba says, what's the next game you're gonna play when you complete Dragon Quest? I don't know, but I gotta get my scaler fixed. So after I complete Dragon Quest, I'm gonna have to mail my scaler to, I believe, the company's in Kentucky, USA. So I gotta send it in there. It's gonna get fixed and it's gonna come back. So while it's getting fixed, I'll probably be streaming some games, you know, where you put on a ship captain's hat and then you go sailing. So those type of games. So I was thinking maybe Der Langrisser on the SNES, which is a Super Famicom game. So Japanese only, so it'd be translated, or Shining Force Final Conflict, which is on the Game Gear, and it's a third game. So I might be doing those. One of those, I'm not sure yet. Let's see how it is. But I'll probably be playing on this screen again. I'll just use this as a monitor. When Trigger says this scene is heartbreaking, it's straight up a Nazi military scene from Schindler's List type of shit. All it's missing is Domenico shooting him at this point.
Not like that. On your hands and knees.
What it is, this scene is dehumanizing. That's why, guys.
Enjoying it.
That's why it's making you feel like this, right? Because he's a human being, right? Oh, shit.
That's it. It suits you, David. Well, said Leopold, he seems safe enough. Enjoy your dinner.
Regino says, I for one find the scene uplifting. Shows that with the right training, your servants would ultimately obey. Is he a slave or a or a servant? I don't know. A servant acting this way would be kind of weird because he could just quit.
David. Sir Leopold is as much your master as I am. I shouldn't have to remind you that you treat him with the utmost respect. Understood? Ah, you're back. I apologize for my servant's unsightly display. So, what are you doing here? If you've come to report back, I'll be waiting in my room.
I wonder why this scene is in the game. Is it to show how cruel Domenico is? Probably, right? Just to show his cruelty. I mean, the guy's got a statue of himself in the house.
Ah, there you are. I hope that little scene before didn't upset you. There's nothing unusual. I don't know why, but just looking at David's face makes my blood boil. Of course, I'd never dream of firing him. I have far too much fun being his master. But enough of that. Have you got the jewels? Have you brought me the crown spindles? Ha ha! You have! I won't have you bore me with details. I only care about results.
Both of us do.
Yes. Just holding them in my hands, I can feel the waves of magical energy flowing out of them. Yes, the crown spindles. Making an impenetrable barrier will be simplicity itself with these. That wand-waving bimbo won't stand a chance. And I expect you're feeling rather pleased with yourself. Helping the great Domenico is an honor.
I just care about results, so shut the fuck up.
So, let me reward you. You may serve me as a god until that meddling girl comes back. I presume you accept this honor.
Jenna says, dude, it's called joking around, for fuck's sake. Take a chill pill. When Trigger says, Regino, if you are anything like Domenico, get on a diet. When Trigger says, I don't know, you make a pretty convincing Domenico, and now you're telling us what to do on top of it. Nah, you guys are just chilling, right? You guys are just chill. Thomas says, this guy is a good voice actor. Katumbas, if you hear the voice acting in this game, it's actually really good. They spent a lot of resources on this game. Like, the graphics are great, the voice acting is great, and the gameplay is really fun. So it gives me FF7 vibes when I'm playing it. When I first played FF7, I was like, wow, this game is good. It's got like so many great aspects to it, right? Okay, Regino, just chill. But I think that you're just joking around, right?
Very good. From this moment on, you will be my bodyguards.
Yeah.
And now, for the first task in your new post.
You're both allowed to joke around, right? That's what it comes down to. Sometimes we flare up, but it's chill. Right? Thomas says, I've played the latest one, 11. I think it was great. I think 11, I heard, was the best. It takes this one and just improves it, right?
Come this way.
So let's see what happens.
This leads to my secret library. You will find a book for me in there. The book is called The Big Book of Barriers. It contains a recipe for making a very powerful barrier.
Oh my god. We get to steal from this dude? Majestic vestment. As long as you guys are chill with it, you can just roast each other in the chat. I don't mind. Sometimes it's just good to roast our friends, right? I was over at my buddies yesterday and we're roasting each other. It was good. All fun and games. But what did I get exactly? Let's use this. Seed. It's good. I got a dress, right? Is that what I got? Magic vestment? I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, Katumba, it's just a bit of banter. It's fine. It's an old manuscript. History of Diakonos. Diakonos? Do I have to read this? Volume 1. It seems to have been written by one of Domenico's ancestors. My name is Cletus Diakonos. Sounds Greek. I was an apprentice under the great magician Koopas. Koopas! Koopa, like King Koopa. Koopas was more than just a teacher and a master of the magical arts. He was also an extremely wise and intelligent man. One day he said to me, "Someday evil will return to this land, and when it does, magical abilities of one of my descendants will definitely will identify them as the heir of a great sage. This will place them in terrible danger." Fearing for the safety of his kin, Master Koopas came to a momentous decision. Hey, do you guys know if in the Mario movie, is it Bowser or Koopa? I heard he was going to be called Koopa, and if it is, man, I love that. Reminds me of the Mario cartoon, right? With a potent incantation, he would transfer his great powers to my own family line in an attempt to hide the truth from the world. Once the faithful ritual has been performed, Master Koopa stood bereft of his magical powers. He turned and left without another word. Desperately, I tried to follow him, but he had vanished without a trace. I never saw his face again. Jenna says, "Yes, you do, lol. Dragon Quest 8. Dope like that." Chrono Trigger says, "It's history. How could you not like it, Zeph? It's in the trailer." Well, it's not history. It's fiction. It's about the game, right? If you're saying it's the history of the game, that's fine. But I like real history. Real shit that happened in real life. I like that. Katoma says, "Speaking of history, Zeph, did you hear about the discovery of the new Roman Emperor?" You mean Charlemagne? I saw the bones. But yeah, I guess you could call him the Emperor of the Romans. But he's German, man. He's like German French, right? Charlemagne, motherfucker. Charlemagne went to Spain and crushed some fucking Islamic skulls, and then he went up north and then beat up the Saxons, right? He's a pretty famous dude. It's an old manuscript entitled "A History of Diakonos' Family, Volume 2. It seems to have been written blah 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 blah. Okay, my name is Cletus Diakonos. After Master Koopas transferred his magical powers to me, I cast a special spell over both of our family lines. No matter how many years went by, the spell would ensure that the fates of our two families would be inextricably linked, and that when the time came, our descendants would irresistibly be drawn together. Now I can only hope and pray that the Diakonos family will always watch over and protect the descendants of Master Koopas. Chrono Trigger says, "If you could stream Game of Thrones with your chat on Twitch, then comment on all the historical allusions in it." Well, Game of Thrones is not historical. Franco, redeemed, hydrate. And I don't know enough about the I think it's called the English Wars of Succession with the War of the Roses. So this happens like during and after the 100 Years' Wars with the French. So England is so weakened up that there's like different claimants for the throne. So that's what it's based on. But I don't know enough about that to actually comment on it. Thomas says, "I'm talking about Sponcian. Sponcian? Turns out the coin were real, so they get wrecked now. So they reckon now. Sponcian? Who's Sponcian? Like Roman Emperor, as in one of the actual Roman Emperor's kings? With like Augustus till, what was the last one? Valentinian? So over the course of, what is it, like 450 years or so? Chrono Trigger says Game of Thrones is extremely historical through its references. Historical? It's a fictional story that's based on, I wouldn't even say based on real events. It uses like stuff from all over history. It's fictional, bro. Game of Thrones, same as House of Dragons, which was pretty damn good. Okay, we got the book. Big Book of Barriers. It's the BBB. Triple B. Okay, Katombas wrote, WSJ says a new analysis of rare Roman coins said to have been unearthed more than 3 centuries ago, but long dismissed as forgeries, provide compelling evidence that the gold pieces are authentic, and that the crown-wearing man whose likeness appears on one of them was real historical figure who ruled the Roman emperor almost 2,000 years ago. The coins are the only evidence that he existed. Paul Pearson, a University College London professional research associate, said Sponsian, the man depicted on the coin, there is no historical written evidence at all. It's a real thrill to sort of bring somebody back from obscurity. Really? So I've listened to like Roman history all the time. I've never heard of this guy, so that's why. There was coins discovered, apparently, as Katombas is saying, and it was dismissed, but they found his bones. So we got archaeological evidence with DNA. That's pretty good, right? Dave says Game of Thrones depicts a lot of English history: Stark, York, Lannister, Lancaster. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's overlapping. What is it called? Is it like allegory? Is that the word? There's allegory between Game of Thrones and history, but Game of Thrones just tells its own story, man. It's not like it doesn't follow things like in real history. Chrono Trigger says they also pull from Assyrian, Egyptian, Holy Roman empires as well. It's fun from that perspective. Dave said George R. R. Martin was making a fictional soup based on non-fictional history. Yeah, because he's got like Carthage in there, right? So you got the War of the Roses, which is the maybe 1500s, right? AD, and then you got Carthage. Ancient Carthage is like 300 BC. You know, or like 200 BC. That's when Hannibal fought the Romans. So it's all over the place. Chrono Trigger says yes, it's allegorical in its storytelling. Okay. Also, I'm not saying it's history. It's historical in a realistic sense. It's just fun to see all the trivia related to it. Okay, I got you. Okay, I understand you now. Yeah. It is fun because I kind of relate to it in our own world, but plus Game of Thrones uses it's almost based in our reality, not including the ice zombies and the dragons, right? But everything else is pretty based, right? There's no aliens and fucking dinosaurs and shit, so it's fictional, but it's, I mean, if somebody says this could happen minus the dragons and ice zombies, I'd say yeah. David Ward says the ice zombies and the dragons were totally happening, bro. They just wiped it from the history books. Ha 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 ha. It's her, the girl with the scepter. Oh shit, she's back. Now, if you were to kill this guy, I wouldn't mind. Jess, I'd look the other way.
What on earth took you so long? That pesky wand-waving bimbo has turned up again. I must erect the barrier immediately. Did you find the big book of barriers? Don't disappoint me now.
You want the BBB?
Yes. Yes, this is it. Now, let me see. Yes, the final barrier. I must begin at once. You, go outside and stall that meddlesome floozy.
Tomba says, a shame that the last season of Game of Thrones was so bad. Ruined the whole series. Yeah. I agree. Killing off the ice zombies, just losing, right? Weren't the ice zombies like the last boss? Shouldn't they be at the end after all this bullshit with Thrones happened? And what's her name? Daenerys? They totally fucking ruined their character. She was all like methodical and thinking, and they made her all fucking emotional in the last season. So I don't like that, man. But if you guys like Game of Thrones, check out House of Dragons. It's really good, man.
What are you worrying about? I'll have it done in a flash. Can't you tell a great magician when you see one? Just before you go. Fiery foo and babbling goo. Behold!
Dave says Game of Thrones in its best true form ends at the end of season 4. Everything after that is on a different track. House of Dragons is great, highly recommended. Yeah. House of Dragons was pretty fucking good, right? Yeah. What's his name? The king with the mask? I think he stole every scene, man. That guy was so good. Party's fully healed. It's boss time. Dave says House of Dragons was like politics and dragons. Can't beat the combination of politics and dragons. Dave, that's how real history is. If you read the history from like the Byzantine Empire, it's all like basically, what is it called? It's all like backstabbing and like politics behind the scenes. There's the king, but everybody around the king is trying to do their own things. So House of Dragons and Game of Thrones using that, it's using actually how people would act in those spots, right? So
now
it's pretty good.
That you're in top form, go and stall that wand-waving menace. Every second counts. Go!
Tomba says, has anyone watched the new Lord of the Rings? I've heard bad things. Don't fucking watch that. I haven't watched Rings of Powers. It's a fucking dumpster fire of trash, man. It's utter garbage. It shits on Tolkien. Peter Jackson tried to contact them. They didn't want his help. The Tolkien professor, that fucking backstabbing guy, he totally fucking put his ass down and got rammed, you know, by Rings of Power. He did whatever they want him to do. Rings of Power attacked the fans, call them racist, misogynist, any phobes. It's a piece of shit company. I don't approve. The story is garbage. It's got nothing to do with Tolkien. Tolkien would not have written that. And yeah, don't watch that crap. Don't give him your attention. Don't give him your money. It's trash. Anyways, that's my rant on Rings of Power. I'm not watching that garbage. Dave says the spying was good in the original Game of Thrones. Need more of that. Yeah, spying, right? Because that's how real history is. You had spies. Both sides would use spies. Generals would use spies to spy on the army. or unlike other nations. Dave says dumpster fire trash. Oh, yep, feels like it. Katoma says season 2 Sultan Mehmet is out on Netflix. Now I watch it, it's so good. Oh, Mehmet, as in like the guy who took Constantinople. Gordon Trigger says, what's your favorite Tolkien work? I've read The Hobbit and all 3 Lord of the Rings books. That's about it. The movies, if you ask me, the Lord of the Rings movies are the best movies ever made. Are they like the books? Yes and no. There's a lot of no in there. Like, Gondor did not wear plate armor. Gondor had chain armor. There was Dol Amroth was a big player with Gondor, and they helped out a lot. There's like Tom Bombadil. There's a lot of things from the books that were not in the movies. But you know what? Peter Jackson, for what he did, he represented Lord of the Rings. He represented Tolkien and his morals and his messages on screen, and that's what's important, right? Plus, they're fucking awesome movies, guys. How could you not like those movies? They're great. Dave says, Zaf, you know your channel is going places when you have 20 plus people here for over an hour. You have chatters roasting each other. We're talking about Game of Thrones. Yeah. I mean, I like this. I like interacting. Yesterday when I was out with my buddies, we're just playing games and then we're just chilling, right? We're just saying shit. Katomba says, yeah, season 1 was how he took Constantinople, and season 2 is him taking on Vlad the Impaler. Okay. Yeah, I know a little bit about that history, Katombas. Are they talking about Skanderbeg? Motherfucking Skanderbeg is one of the most badass dudes in history. He's this Bulgarian king, and he was basically traded as a hostage under Mehmet's dad, and he went through some torture. His brother was converted to Islam, but Skanderbeg, aka Little Alexander, because we call him Iskanderbeg in Turkish, right? So Little Alexander goes back to Bulgaria, makes it like a fucking powerhouse, and then beats the shit out of every Ottoman army sent that way. And he calls a crusade. The Pope's like, yeah, we're gonna help you out. Other Christian nations are like, yeah, we're gonna help you out. Nobody comes, and then Skanderbeg takes on the Ottoman Empire all by himself, basically. When the Ottoman Empire is the strongest. So what stops Skanderbeg? He gets sick and he dies from old age. That's what stops him. Amazing history, man. If you guys haven't checked this guy out, he's crazy. And Vlad the Impaler, of course. I just thought I would talk about Skanderbeg because everybody knows about Vlad the Impaler, right? Yeah. Regino and Chrono Triggers. If you guys want to roast each other, that's cool. And you're keeping it pretty civilized, right? And Chrono Trigger says, what about Philip II in the Third Crusade? He's amazing. Third Crusade? Richard Lionheart all the way, man. Motherfucking Lionheart crushing skulls with his mace and axe. And then he's got a crossbow in the other hand. Yeah, or like Barbarossa. Because the Third Crusade was pretty huge, right? There was like Saladin, there's Philip II of France, like you said. Katumba says, I love history. Yeah, for sure, right? I love history too, man. History of warfare, that's where it's at. Hopefully I don't die at this boss fight. I heard shouting outside, then the guards all went running out. What's going on? couldn't do anything to stop Blast. See this. Shit, look at Jess.
I see you've ignored my advice to prepare a stronger defense.
Shut up! You won't get past me! I won't let you lay a finger on Master Domenico!
Domenico?
So, I have a theory, guys. This kid is Domenico's son. A bastard son. I guarantee you. Probably the son with a servant or something. Guarantee you.
What's so funny?
Such a pity that you should die never knowing about your noble origins. I could tell from the start that absurd show-off was not the one. The scepter is all-knowing. No, I seek the chosen heir of the great sage Kupus, one of the 7 who sealed away the Lord of Darkness, Rapthorn!
So, I gotta say, the mistake that this game made, they took Jess away. That's a big mistake.
And that, David, is you. What a pity that the one who should be protecting you is unaware of his responsibility. I wondered when you'd turn up. Fine. I knew I'd have to fight you somewhere along the way. Still, I have to admit I'll be a little sad to watch you die.
Let's see. Tomba says this is an epic song. More cowbells. I think you're right. Jano says she's even hotter. Like this changed my mind. She's hotter like this? I don't know, man. She looks like a zombie. We're pretty damn close to her, too. Probably won't do anything, right? Let's just attack. Oh, there you go. She does 2 moves. Okay, 2 attacks. Thomas says, I wonder if healing spells hurt her because is zombie undead. I don't want to try it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Mid heal. No, can't use it on the enemies. This is not like Final Fantasy, right? Take the spears. Even her posture. Sizzle? What'd you learn, Sizzle? Where'd you get that from? Here comes another attack. Okay guys, there's a Twitch ad coming up, so I will be right back. We are back, guys. Back with the attack. Oh, you guys are talking about Final Fantasy games, huh? I do like the series a lot, actually. The one that when Katomba's mentioned the healing, when you could heal the enemy, I was actually remembering Mystic Quest here. Gotta pull it out. This game, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Call it Final Fantasy USA, America, what you want. This is where the last boss, if you do a life on him, or a fucking Phoenix Down life spell, right? It messes him up so bad. Jenna says, "Where my break scene gone? Break scene's over, bruh. It's time to mess up this boss." Let's see, multi-shot. Let's get this Jess. I think I should have healed, right? Yeah, I should have healed. Regino healing? Is that what we gotta do? Oh man, you fucking missed that. Yeah, I should do some healing. The other guys are fine. Let's do a full heal. Just the Regino. Snooze. Uh-oh. No. That shit ain't gonna work here. Zombie Jess. Let's do a full heal. Man, full heal is pretty... Whoa. That's what it looks like? Holy shit. Well, you did it on the perfect character, Jess. Guy says you can snooze, you lose. You can snooze, you can lose. Hey, remember? Bottle you. No, bottle up. Bottle, yeah. Bottle was the word. I like that. Make that a permanent word of the stream. Come on, Chungus. Look at those big shots. Big chunky hits of you, Chungus. Yeah, I think I'm too overpowered for this, man. She can't keep up. She's gonna summon some stronger demons. Look at that, 1 damage, really? Sizzle. Puddle you, Jess. What do we... Let's try out the item. Chiron's bow. Ew. Oh my god, man, this is busted. Unlimited use? We can just ignore the shadows. They don't do anything. Frizzle. Oh, hit main dude. That's gonna be actually pretty strong, right? Yeah. Whack. Let's do a full heal on main dude. Ouch. Pretty good. Come on first. Main dude's gonna get a nice fucking heal here. He's all salty. Don't worry about it. We got you. We got you. I'm hoping Jess gets back to her normal self after this. Full heal. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm pretty over leveled. Five hits, 4 hits. That's good. Oh, we got ya, Jess. GG, guys.
It's not possible. No human could match the power of the scepter.
I am no human. I'm an alien.
You won't get away with this.
Come on, Jess.
You'll see the true power of this scepter. Already it has ended the bloodlines of 4 of the sages. This town will burn, and every one of you will perish.
I still don't get Jess. What is the problem with
Get
this
out of
game?
the way! Move! Move! Just in the nick of time. The barrier is ready. You villainous fiend! Take my life, would you? Well, you'll have to break through my barrier first. Alakazam!
Like the Pokemon. Whoa! Domenico actually did something good. Thank you, Mr. Asshole.
Behold, I am a mastermind.
Just ignore him.
Well done. You did a fine job of keeping her at bay until I was ready. I must reward you. You may have the honor of finishing her off. Do you accept?
Sure.
Good. Then strike her down. May she never meddle in my affairs again.
Wait! Have you gone completely doolally?
Come on, King Trode. You don't have to come.
Cool, blimey!
Cool.
Who is this strange creature? A friend of yours? It seems there's more to this situation than meets the eye.
Chrono Trigger says, what do you think was the inspiration for Domenico's design, Zayf, based on your knowledge of historical looks and things? Well, Yoda. He's based on Yoda. Look at him. But maybe there's more to it. Maybe he's based on a monster from the Dragon Quest manga, or he could be based on one of the earlier designs.
Tell me what's going on.
He does look like some of the Namekians from Dragon Ball. Some of the like shorter, fatter ones.
Well, well. So, this gal is a friend of yours. And she's been under some kind of curse ever since you defeated the Dulmagus. Oh, hardly a good excuse. But I don't care anymore. The gal is yours to do with as you please. Consider it a reward for attempting to protect my life. There won't be any, financial reward, of course.
Whatever. Thomas says, it looks like a C-type thing. Never got that one in the playthrough. I think you're talking with Chrono Triggers, right? About the Final Fantasy games?
Wait. Where's Sir Leopold?
Katomba says, I'm gonna head out, guys. I haven't been to bed. It's 3 p.m. It's 3 p.m. where you are? Holy shit. You have a great night, Katombas. Thank you for the raid. And guys, if you haven't checked out Katombas, check out his channel, give him a follow. He speedruns FF7 and FF8 now. And he was saying something about boss mode. You have a great night, Katombas, and I'll see you around, bro.
He's gone. He must have been scared off by all the disturbance. David, go and find Sir Leopold at once.
Did he take the staff?
Yes, Master.
He was sniffing the stuff. Who knows what happened? The party carried the unconscious Jessica to the end. Huh? Some bad English. He appears to be having some kind of dream from which she cannot wake up. Oh, are you fucking serious? I don't get Jess yet.
I heard this story from my great-grandmother. She told me how her own great-grandmother was a renowned sage who came from the Western continent to be married.
A sage? What do you mean?
I didn't really understand at first either. But apparently, even though she was a woman, she was a master of sword fighting and magic.
Really? So...
Becco says it going. What's up? What's up? Becco says, Jefferson, 20 viewers now. Rise up to the stars. I did get a raid. Katomba has actually helped out a lot. But this game seems pretty popular, man. People like it a lot.
maybe that's why you're so good at them too. Maybe it came from her.
Regino says, now you go into Jess's head, and for like the next 25% of the game, almost till the final boss, all you have is Jess, and you're fighting the demons in her head. She's got demons in her head? Holy shit.
If only. But I'm not under any illusions. I'm sure there's room for improvement with my sword work, and any real magician would think my magic's just child's play.
We all have demons in our heads, Regino, yeah?
You think? Well, I can't do either. If you ask me, your magic's amazing.
Thanks, but it really isn't. In fact, if you ask me, I wasn't the one who inherited our ancestors' magic. I think it was you, Jessica. I'm sure there are abilities and skills that haven't yet been awakened in you, but one day they will be. And I can't wait to see you when that day comes.
Oh, it's Jess's brother. He seemed like a pretty cool dude. Jano says she summoned them shadows, didn't she? Them bastards had to have come from somewhere. The inner thoughts, shadowy.
She's finally coming to.
King Trode. Gov. What happened? I feel like I've just woken up from a really long dream.
Ah, it looks like you're back with us at last. Don't you remember? You disappeared the day after we defeated Dulmagus.
Yes, I do remember. But wasn't that all a dream? I was being controlled by a hideous magical force. Just like Dulmagus was.
So, Dulmagus was being controlled? But wasn't he already evil? Or he got the staff just made him more powerful, so he probably wanted to be controlled, unlike Jess. So totally not the same situation.
It was this huge, terrible, evil, magical being.
Dark Force.
The Lord of Darkness. Rapthorn.
Rapthorn. Chrono Trigger says Dulmagus was clearly under an even more evil thing. Yeah.
But I found some things out. Listen, I've got so much to tell you.
There's no need to rush. Just take your time and start at the beginning.
Yes. Rapthorn was ordering me to do things. He told me to seek out and destroy the heirs of the Seven Sages so his seal would be broken. Rapthorn once terrorized the world, and it was the Seven Sages who managed to seal away his soul. They didn't have the power to destroy him completely, but they shut his soul away in the scepter and sealed it with their mystical blood. Rapthorn's curse seeks to destroy those sages' heirs. Master Rylus, my brother Alistair, Abbot Francisco, and the man from Baccarat too.
Oh.
Everyone who's been killed has been an heir of one of the Seven Sages.
But tell me this, okay? Dulmagus was killing old dudes. He said they were the last of the line, but those old dudes are old dudes. They're not gonna have kids, so the bloodline ends with them, right? They didn't have kids, or else Dulmagus would be trying to kill their kids. So this is kind of I think it's a bad part in the story. Why would he try to kill them? Unless there's something more to it.
The plot thickens. Do you mean to say that the reason Medea and I haven't been turned back to normal is also to do with this Rapthorn fellow?
Becco says because they might still have kids. Right, but if the heirs have kids, Dulmagus would have hunted them down. And there's no mention of that. So obviously the old dudes were the last of the bloodline. The heirs, that's what the game said. So they didn't have kids. And they cannot have kids at that age. Well, I guess they could. Maybe, because men could have kids until they're like 100, but the risk of bad seed is going to be pretty high. But maybe that's why. Maybe Dulmagus didn't want these old dudes reproducing.
I don't know, but there are only 3 heirs left. David and 2 others. If the heirs of all 7 sages are wiped out, Rapthorn's seal will be broken and he'll escape from the scepter. That's it! The scepter! King Trode, where is it? Where's the scepter?
You noobs lost it.
You mean the royal treasure?
Reggiano says I am 100 and that statement is 100% accurate. Oh, cool. Cool.
Come to think of it, I don't know. I lost sight of it in all of the hullabaloo.
Becco says the old guys could also potentially seal him away. Yeah, maybe there is more to it, right? Maybe they hold some sort of power that if they combine, I don't know. It's giving me a Link to the Past vibes, you know, with all the sages in the beginning of the story sealed the golden power Ganon or whatever.
No! David's in danger. Whoever picks up the scepter will fall under Rapthorn's control. We have to find it. We have to save David. Come on! We must find the scepter before it's too late.
Becco says, yeah, I was thinking Zelda Link to the Past as well. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. New fires are springing up everywhere. I suppose it is hardly time to grumble. Whatever, whatever, whatever. I realize we had no choice, but fighting a lady goes against everything I believe in. Based, Angelo. Then again, I've never had a thing for aggressive women. I like the way Regina thinks, man. Scepter went missing about the time Domenico Bloke was up to his old tricks. We'll be right. Whatever the fuck he said, I don't want to decipher his broken English. Did we just rest? You're gonna charge us after we fucking save the city? Really? We should get a free sleep. Exactly, Regino, the nerve on Granny. Is that thing a friend of yours? It looks like a monster. Yeah, he's a monster. I'm sorry, but I'll have to ask you to stay away from the inn. Oh, some fucking phobia here, man. Look at that, look at that. Just reminds me of X-Men. Such a good comic. We're back together. Furniture says, time for you to break all of our pots and barrels while you ransack your house. Yeah, exactly. Didn't I just go to fucking sleep? And why is it just on the team? Why isn't Chungus and Angelo healed? What is going on here? Okay, why don't I go save first? Where's this church? Lower tier? When the trigger says you're right next to the church. Yeah, I guess that was, right? Regina says you're onto something. Something's still up here. The air smells weird and shit. The air stinks in this city. Look at that, 55 hours, guys. And I'm pretty sure those aren't padded hours either. Yeah, let's go to Domenico's house. Regina says this game got hella good length. Doesn't feel repetitive one bit throughout. The only part I didn't like was it had the feeling of Dragon Warrior 7 was with the Pussy King. But every other side story flows into the main one, right? Because Final Fantasy VI does that as well, and FF7 does that as well, right? Where every side quest just flows with the main story. And this is what that game does. Except for that one bit, right? When the trigger says, I'm surprised Franco isn't here. He usually likes to backseat the questing. Regina says, we don't need to talk about David. We can come back and do that anytime. Right. Franco's here. I think he's just playing a game. I don't mind backseating, guys. I mean, without spoilers, that's totally cool with me. Veko says there is an icon in front of Chrono Trigger's name that indicates listening only. I didn't know there was an option to do that. When was it added? I remember like 2-3 months ago, Dave the mod here, he was playing with the settings, and I noticed it then. So I'd say 2 to 3 months ago. Yeah, sure, Chrono Trigger, give us the insight. Well, there's nothing here. Where's Domenico, man? Maybe I gotta go back to the end. Let's go back to the end. Right, Regino, talking to David, except I don't know where David is. I gotta go look around. Chrono Trigger says basically Twitch is trying to become less about viewing and interacting streams and more general ones now too, like music streams and other stuff. So during the pandemic, it was supposed to add more global icon badges, and in late 2021 they added that not listening, not seeing badges. Depending on what you're there for, you can access them via your chat command. Pretty interesting. Then it says, don't remember what triggers the progression. David's in danger. Whoever picks up the scepter will... Right. I talked to her already, so she says the same thing. So let's go around town then. Let's just walk around. So Twitch is becoming more like Spotify, is that it? Because Spotify does it all. Except live streams. It doesn't do that. Live broadcasting. Chrono Trigger says, click on your current badge if you want to access the chat badge. Listening easy way. It's more accessible on PC, Mac than mobile. Becco says, oh, so it's just self-selected badge. Doesn't mean that you're actually viewing the stream. Oh, I see. Just a badge. That said, the lady who attacked Domenico was really beautiful. I wish I'd seen her. I'm gonna look outside first. Regina's, or what's the name? David. Maybe David is just chilling around. Oh, Vetco says, so there isn't actually an option to receive audio stream. My hopes have been destroyed. That would have been cool, right? Because one of the reasons why I don't watch, I don't play broadcasts, Twitch streams at work is because it uses too much data because of the video. If it was audio only, I'd probably have it on in the background. Chrono Trigger says you have to use Twitch extension mods like FFC to do that. And yes, I do have an option, but I don't use it much on Zap streams. Oh, okay. Sure, Chrono Triggers. Tell me where David is. Probably save time. Go to the backside in Domenico's place. There's a backside? I thought I looked at his house. Nice, those fucking cats from yesterday. Probably have to access it from the inside, right? Dave says, bro, guys, I'm here, what up? So, there's a character that we're looking for, and his name is David. No, I don't know where David is. Here. He's in the outside, what? He was right there, I didn't fucking see him. Where's that asshole? Where are you, man? Oh, you're right here? Fuck. Why the fuck are you so normal looking? Put on some colored clothes or something. Or put a mohawk on or something. There you are. Thank you so much. I'll never forget how you saved my life. This can't work out why... I just can't work out why she went for me, though. Doesn't make any sense. She said I was an heir to a great sage, but she got it wrong. Just an ordinary man. Nothing more than a servant. Master Domenico is the noble one, and I'll always serve him to the very best of my ability. Anyway, there's no time to stand around chatting. I've got to go and look for Sir Leopold. I wonder where he went. Can be a bit scary, but he's a very intelligent animal. Fuck, I don't know where the fucking dog went. Where's the dog? Where's the puppy, the giant puppy? Becco says, I recently did some streaming scenes without using a no spoiler tag, and it was pretty cool. Guys were like, hey, there's a legendary weapon over here, and you just walk past. Turned out to not feel as bad as I thought it would. Yeah, Vetcos, because it saves you time, right? And most of the guys in the chat will not spoil anything. They'll even ask. They'll be very respectful, right? Then it says, Leopold sounds just like me. A very scary animal can be intelligent. Ignore looking for the dog. Okay, cool. Then I talked to Dave, or David. Isn't it based on King David? The king of, I think it was either Israel or Judea. I think it was Judea. This is like classical age. Dave is in danger. Whoever picks up the scepter, whatever. Oh, go to Domenico's place? Gotcha, guys. Okay. Domenico, where are you, Mr. Coco? Domenico, oh, look at that. Look at that. It's nighttime. Hopefully it doesn't change the events. Are you serious? Do I have to go to the fucking inn and go daytime? Or he's downstairs. Yeah, let's go look downstairs. That would suck. No, he's not here because it's fucking nighttime, man. Talk to everyone in the first floor. Gotcha. He's in the kitchen. Damn son of a bitch. This dude doesn't even have a washroom or a kitchen, man. Where's his kitchen? Get in this house, guys. First floor. First floor is just the entrance. It's just the hub, man. Wait, there's a door here? Oh shit! There's a fucking door. Normally, the master eats enough for 3, but he's not had a simple bite today, and doesn't look very well for it. I think fighting off that woman before really took him out. Beep beep. What is this? I've already been here. I don't know. Whatever. Let's talk to Domenico. Oh, it's you. I've not been feeling very well ever since the witch came. It's not a physical matter. I've just got an uneasiness that I can't seem to shake off. It's hard to put it into words, but I'm gripped by the feeling that I've made a most almighty blunder. But the great Domenico... Fuck, he refers to himself in the third person as the great. What a douchebag. Does not suffer from indecision and regret. I'm in no mood to talk now, leave me. Come back to see me if you need something. Okay, that was so pointless. Let's talk to the chef. Listen to what I heard. There's a talk that Mr. Domenico isn't the heir to the great sage after all. They're saying it's actually David. I ask you, what a load of rubbish. Don't you go believing it. I really don't know who starts all this gossip. It doesn't even matter if David is the heir. It's not like he would inherit all this shit, right? I don't think that's how it works. It looks like Domenico made his fortune by himself.
Someone help! Come quickly! It's David!
Maybe I should heal first. The dog? It's probably the dog.
It's Leopold. He's got David with the scepter.
He's dead. That's a fucking Houndoom. It's another Pokemon.
Now, there are only 2 left. You will interfere no more.
So what, he broke his neck?
Please, go after Sir Leopold.
You got stabbed? What? Did he kick your ass? What did he do to you?
He's the only one who makes Master Domenico happy. Without Sir Leopold, Master Domenico would be so unhappy.
What's happened? David? Esteemed heir to the great sage Coopers? Why has it taken me so long to realize? I couldn't protect you. All the magic that has been in my family for generations. My ancestors brought me and Coopers' heir together for a reason, but
What?
No. Just thinking about it is too painful. Is unbearable.
So he knew? Wow, what a piece of shit. I'd say the biggest piece of shit in the game.
I must apologize if I worried you. It hit me the moment I saw poor David's body. Now everything is clear. It appears I was put on this world as part of a grander design to fulfill my family's destiny. That is, protecting the heir of one of the great sages. Protecting David. This has always been my duty.
You failed in your duty. Seppuku!
But somewhere along the way, my ancestors let the power go to their heads. We lost sight of our true purpose.
Trigger says, indeed one of the worst characters in Dragon Quest fiction. Still, he gets topped by Prince Charms in some ways. Really, I think he's worse than the Prince. Prince is, I wouldn't blame him. I blame his father. Yeah, seppuku, right? Yeah. You have failed in your mission, samurai.
If only I'd realized all this sooner. I could have prevented this tragedy. I ordered my servants to bury David as the heir to a great sage should be buried.
After he's dead. After he's dead.
Nothing can put right the wrong I have done.
Whatever.
I am not fit to show my face in public.
I just don't want to see you again. Get the fuck out of here.
Will you do me one last favor?
Yes, I have to. It's the video game.
I know it was my Leopold who ended David's life. It pains me to have to ask you, but will you destroy him for me? Will you avenge the spilt blood of the sages?
Destroy Leopold. Send him to another dimension, right?
That creature isn't my Leopold anymore. He's being controlled by some... I know this won't make amends for my unforgivable ignorance, but it's all I can do now. And I owe you something too, for all the trouble I have caused you.
Give me the loot.
Oh, yeah. I see that the girl has yet to unlock her true potential as an... Allow me to awaken the dormant powers within you.
I'm getting pretty stoked here. Jess gets a power-up. Sizzle? She already knows that. She was using it on me, right? Crackle.
People say they saw Leopold heading north out of town. That's where you should start looking.
When the trigger says, give Domenico the benefit of the doubt for 2 seconds. See, he buffs Jessica. Fuck David and stuff. MVP of the game for that. When the trigger says, nice timing to finish this off. At this time, by the way. Becco says, so this guy is Guru from Namek? Maybe, I don't know. He's not as nice. He was a dick throughout the whole game.
I'm sorry to have to ask this of you. I wish you the best of luck.
He only turned nice right now. He was a dick. He made fucking David eat dog food and laughed as he did. He was dehumanizing David. That was some that was some cruel shit, man. Holy crap. Jess is back, guys. She is fucking kicking ass like before. Wait. Where's her items? Oh, it's here. Good. Okay. Oh my god, I thought she lost her items forever. Oh, okay, okay. Of course, doesn't equip. Becco says, I hate when RPGs discard characters' old items when they leave and rejoin the party. Yeah, just leave the items on, right? It's not like I'm gonna do something with those items. What am I gonna do with her gear? Right? She could have just kept it on. It's not like, oh guys, I'm gonna leave you. Here's all my shit. But let's say if I were to lose a character for good, then give me their items. So what does she have? What else? She had this. She had something that pumped her magic, right? Where is this? Jenna says, anyway, been fun evening here. We beat a boss. We progressed the plot. For me, that's about, you have a good night. You guys still shit talking, huh? Okay, I'll see you around, Regina. Okay. Let's see. Magic. Wisdom. I should be looking for wisdom, right? She had a wisdom accessory? That's what she had. The glasses. Perfect. So let's go back to Jess. Whip. Okay. We're back to it. Cool, cool. Guess I could play a little bit more. The game just got good again. Oh, wait a minute.
It's nothing much, but ever since we defeated Dulmagus, and I picked up the scepter, I haven't been able to speak my own mind. So I just wanted to say this now. I don't feel like I've avenged my brother's death at all. I don't know who or what this Lord of Darkness Rapthorn is, but we can't afford to relax while the scepter is still missing. I don't intend to stop searching until we've found that scepter and sealed Rapthorn away again. So, I guess we'll be spending a lot more time together?
Well said, Jess. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Let's go whoop some ass.
Sorry. Did that come out a bit strange?
Came out as a bit passive, yeah.
Oh yeah? Well, at least I don't look strange. You should look in the mirror sometime.
Good, that's the Jess we need. Sassy. Sassy Jess. She can sass all the monsters, right? Okay. So why is Jess missing? Oh, she's missing MP because I gave her the staff, and the staff gives her extra MP. Okay, let's just take a snooze, or you know what? I don't have to take a snooze here, right? Because what I can do, I can leave here, and if there's no events, I can just teleport, right? Okay, let's zoom. Hilltop, because it's the only place I can remember. Hey, where's that church that you guys were telling me about? I was like the ultimate church that I should be going to. Seaview Church. How do I get there? Yeah, I found a dog here. This dog's a lot more cooler than fucking, what was his name? Leopold? Oh, who's this dude? East of Baccarat. Let's go. Baccarat. East. Right, because Baccarat is pretty much on the coast, right? West is ocean. Let me just save here. I haven't even seen the casino. Is the casino open? No. Maybe it's like endgame or something. Have a good one, Regina. It's side mission, gotcha, okay. Franco says side mission, it's unlocked now. Is it unlocked? Right. I'll go east. I'm just gonna save. And then we'll get the Seaview Church. Okay, so east of here, right? Is there good stuff at the casino? There obviously is, but is there really good stuff? Is it game changing? Do I need it? Okay, let's get the tiger. Lane. You know what I should do too? I should probably throw something in the alchemy pot, right? Oh, I had something in there. Cool. Cool stuff, man. Cool stuff. Let's go east. When you say east, do I have to go to the other island there? Or do I just follow northeast here? It's along the path, okay. Metal Slime Knights? Holy shit. Is that what I think it is? They're not metal slimes. They're fakes. Fake slimes. Shit. So there's a Twitch ad coming along, guys. I gotta take a break and I'll be right back. Back, guys. Back. Oh, I like those 1 hour breaks actually. Gives me time to go to the washroom. Fits in perfectly with the ads, right? Okay, Chrono Trigger says metal slimes are just glorified slime knight upgrades. Welcome back, Sup. Yeah, welcome back, viewers of Chrono Trigger. Let's just finish this. Might as well, right? We're already here. Oh man. So let's try to stop here. What does it do? So Jess, Just to let you know, we didn't gain any levels when you were here. We respected you, Jess. That's how it's done. We take care of each other when it comes to RPG parties. Oh, who the fuck is this? Is that a chicken? It's a chicken knight. Raging rooster. That's a giant cock, man. Look at him. Raging. A sizzle ka-crackle. Let's do a ka-sizzle on this asshole. Last group of enemies. You chicken, you want to join us? Gotta earn it. 77 damage, that's pretty damn good. That's a tough chicken. Maybe I won't cook you. Chicken's in the middle of the bridge. Nah, this guy's weak, man. I don't want him joining me. Look at those shit stats. Hell no, go away. Go train. Yeah, he's pretty damn weak. Weak sauce. Yeah, fuddle you, chicken. Oh, okay, I can see where it is. That's amazing. Milk? We're too OP for you. Trigger says you can intimidate them, Zap. Intimidate? How does that work? Chrono Trigger says they have a chance to drop items if you really. Oh, okay. It's better than stealing, is that it? Okay, so that's what intimidate does. Gotcha. Okay. Trigger says, and only works if you're much stronger than the enemies. So it just makes him drop items? Is that it? Do I run away? Is it like running away? Oh, I get a free rest in here too. Awesome. Nice, nice. This is the place I was always dreaming of. Chrono Trigger says, nah, they run away and you don't. Really? So there's an option in this. Okay. But only works when you're stronger than them. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Cool, cool. That came from Suikoden. Suikoden did that, but you didn't get items. Beko says, yeah, it makes them run away. I guess it's like Suikoden, let's go option. Yeah, let go option. Yeah, Suikoden was... Bro, I've been comparing every game to Suikoden. Every game. Because it was that good. It did so many things so well. So it's guaranteed, okay. Oh, there's a chest. Puff guy tattoo. That's accessory, I believe. Let's talk to that lady. Okay, let's try intimidate. That's some cool shit, man. I like that. Beko says, hurry and play Suikoden 2 so you can compare it to Suikoden 1. I gotta own it first, man. I don't have Suikoden 2. I'd love to play Suikoden 2. Oh my god, it looks so good.
Welcome to Dreamland, Sleepyhead. I'm so grateful for these chances to talk to you. And I'm so happy Jessica's back with us. Even if Father and I are still cursed. Sometimes I wonder if we'll have to spend the rest of our lives like this. I'm sorry. It's just that I get so sad every time I think of Trodaine covered in thorns.
This is on marriages, guys. You gotta listen to her.
You know what's strange, though? That you weren't affected by the curse. But I shouldn't be surprised. I always knew there was something special about you. Don't forget to take me to the spring every now and then. I miss talking to you.
When a Trigger says, I tune all this stuff out. Gotta. Right? But it's a give and take, right? That's how marriage is. So it's like, yeah, I don't like doing this, but I'm gonna do it. Okay. Cool. Now let's see where we're off to. Still loading. Well, let's talk to Jess. Sure. Okay. Oh, you pieces of shits. Why aren't you talking? What the fuck is this? Okay, let's zoom somewhere then. I don't know. Trigger says you're supposed to go north like King Tro said. Oh, okay, cool. And let's actually zoom here. Let's go to our ship. Trigger says specifically the northern cavern past the Arcadia region. Where was Arcadia? Keep going map. Oh! I know where it is. Rydon's Tower, right. Yeah, I was... Because... When you said north, I was looking at two paths. I'm looking at, obviously, that giant continent right up north, and I'm looking at that small island, or smaller island, on the right side, all the way up north. So I was thinking one of those. Yeah. There really isn't very many places left to go. Okay. Let's use... Hey, that's an item. Oh, do you have any more cool items for me? Chrono Triggers? Some cool alchemy pot items. What do I want to make? I want to make some good gear, man. Like, okay. Like the best versions of these items, so better helmet here, or better helmet, better shields, better gear for Jess. Furniture says, what gear on whom? Okay, so let's start off with, I guess, stone hard hat. Furniture says, combine magical hat with scholar specs. Ooh, scholar specs? These ones? So I lose those, huh? For Jessica, but it probably gets added on to the helmet, right? Okay, with Jester, with magical hat. So these two, okay. Let's do that. Well, if the magic points, the magic points gets added up to for a helmet. Oh, I need lots of money for the next section. Okay. That's okay. I could grind some gold golems. When the trigger says you will come to a new area that has awesome gear, but it costs a lot. It is what it is. That's how the game rolls, right? That's fine. So, let's look at attributes. So our wisdom is 158, okay? Yeah, just switch my batteries. Sometimes it doesn't charge. We're gonna trigger. Yeah, this is annoying. My batteries didn't charge. Oh man, it sucks. Okay. Yeah, let's go to a new area. I'm thinking about obviously the gold golems, right? If I need a lot of gear, I'll go grind the gold golems. No map. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever have to level up again. Or level up off the side, off the story, right? Oh, look at this.
It's almost too cold to bear. But if we don't retrieve the scepter, Medea and I may never return to normal. We'll just have to grin and bear it. Let's keep pushing on. At least moving might help us to warm up a little.
Yeah, Trode looks like Yoda, but he doesn't act like Yoda. Oh. Now, am I losing life? So, I'll tell you guys this. I've only seen it one time. But Tales of... What was it? Which Tales was that game? Tales of Destiny, right. I remember playing Tales of Destiny, and what that game did, if you ventured in the snow parts, you'd actually get damaged. So you had to wear coats. So you had to take off your armor and then put on coats. Just for that part alone. I thought that was really cool. I could use a new boomerang. I haven't had a boomerang for a while. Eat fucking fire, bitches. Oof. How did they do 2 turns? Yeah, they do 2 turns. Holy shit. Well, let's kill them fast. One left to rule them all. Puff puff. Yeah, I should be fighting every single enemy I can. Can I even use the tiger here? Nice. You're gonna be cold, bro. You're gonna be a cold tiger sickle. Yeah, you don't like that.
I shouldn't have to put up with being in a freezing place like this. It's all Magus' fault. Well, but he's dead now. So I suppose it's that Leo what's-his-name's fault. I don't know.
What?
Dog of all things. Oh.
It's all their fault you came here? You came here.
Stop your whinging, Grandad. It ain't as if we've got a sweat on you, no. Just get on with it.
I beg your pardon? How uncalled for! I don't see why I shouldn't be able to say whatever I please.
You can say whatever you
You've
want.
no right to talk to me like that. No right at all. I'm absolutely Livid! Livid, I tell you! I'm...
Sure. No! Hit the king! Oh shit! Still got buried? I don't think an avalanche would be that fast. You'd see it coming, especially at the level of these guys. Yeah, look, it's Beethoven. That was a cool kids movie, right? Beethoven? I should watch it with my son. It's like one of the OGs. Okay, obviously somebody saved their asses, so let's steal all their shit. Thank you. Thank you. Special medicine. Oh, what is this? I saw some more pots. Oh, there's a dog there. It's the giant puppy. Get those recipes. This tea is made from something called nuke grass. It warms you up and makes you resistant to cold. It's a bit strong at first, but I could get to like it. Why don't you ask the old jolly lady for some too, Hulk? When all you got caught in that avalanche, I hurried over to this hut for help. I was in quite a panic, I must admit. My heart sunk when I found out there was just an old lady living here on her own. But as luck would have it, that dog over there is a dab hand when it comes to pulling people out of the snow, or should I say a dab paw. Anyway, he pulled you out and he managed to get you out to the hut here. Oh, the dog did that. Holy shit, that's a good puppy. Good puppy, good puppy. Suppose you could say he played a big part in your rescue. If I hadn't come here in the first place, you'd still be eating snow. I hope you're very grateful. Fuck yeah, bro. To the Mad King Trode. Hope you're feeling good, Gov. I was worried about you. You was the only one who wouldn't wake up. This place belongs to the old granny over there. Lives here on her own, you know. We're not far from where the avalanche happened. She says we can stay here until the snow clears up a bit.
That dog over there is called Boris. He's the one who dug us out from the snow. What a dog. He's a lot more use than a certain king, don't you think? And he smells a bit better, too.
How dare you, boy? How could you say such a thing about your own master?
He's just joking, bro. Roast him back. You could probably take it.
Honestly, who do you think called for the dog's help in the first place?
And you're awake. You have a nice color in your cheeks. It's a good sign. Dobro Povhalovat. Welcome to my home. I am Marta. I live out here in the mountains where I grow herbs. So she grows herbs in this weather? Obviously in the inside, not outside. What the fuck would grow out in that weather, right? This will be ready soon for you. Drinking it should warm you up. Sure. Do I sit down? I think I gotta sit down. Fuck is this? Do I sit down here? What is this? Talk to Jess again. Sit down somewhere. Talk to the dog. Good puppy, good puppy. I have to talk to the dog. Please sit by the fire and warm your bones. I will bring you some of my nook grass tea. The ultimate tea of the ultimate. Hi, thank you.
Please, drink. This nook grass tea will keep you warm even in the bitter cold of this snowy land.
It's almost like a Polish-Russian accent, right? Some like Slavic language.
How terribly kind of you. First you save us from the avalanche, then you put us up for the night, and now you warm our innards. Now that's what I call hospitality.
Look at King Throde. Laying the charm, huh? Furniture says, yep, that's what it pulls from. I actually really appreciate games that kind of like mirror our own world with all the nationalities and everything. Because up till now, it was pretty much all... It was like British Islands, right?
And what's really amazing is that you helped a weird old monster like him in the first place.
You loathsome lowlife! You, of all people, have no right to call me weird.
Chrono Trigger says, by the way, Zaf, do you ever look at before human history or just human history, aka anthropology? Like prehistory? Prehistory is alright. I mean, the Bronze Age, that's... You could call that prehistory, because there's nothing written down. Well, sorta. Some civilizations didn't write. But like, if you're talking about stuff like Stone Age, before people started congregating in the villages and started basically farming, not really. I'm not really interested in that. I listened to a podcast called Ties of History, and he did the what did he do? He did the fall of the Roman Empire. He did some like medieval history. He did all the canon stuff with the Middle Ages, but then he went all the way back because he likes that stuff. The guy's a history professor, right? But I just stopped listening because I'm not very interested in that, because it's all what the experts interpret from fucking tools and leftovers. That's it. We don't have written records, so there aren't like multiple written records from one era that could be cross-referenced. All they have is like interpretation, so I'm not really interested in that. Chrono Trigger says, I mean like dinosaurs and Cretaceous period. No, and I will tell you why. Because what interests me in history is the history of warfare. I like when fucking two armies clash and fight. I like when nations fight. Do I like warfare? No, I don't like warfare because I don't like what's going on in the world right now in certain parts. I think war is bad. But going back and learning about it, it is so fucking interesting. When I'm talking about war, I'm talking about like pre-gunpowder. I find the most interesting because it's mano a mano, man. People are just getting up there and there's just going to each other. I love that stuff. And when we're going back to the dinosaur era, what's it going to be like? An army of T-Rexes versus an army of raptors? That's not happening. It's just fucking dinosaurs just going do 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 do. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna eat this. To me, that's boring. I don't like that. I like conflict. That's what I like. When Trigger says, "Man, I love to see you play Dante's Inferno sometime." I've actually read Dante's Divine Comedy. I've read that. It's pretty interesting. It's got so many meanings, and the fact that you say me play it. Is it on the PS2? I may own it. Let me just check. No, I don't have it. I don't have it on the PS2. Is it on the PS3? Let me check. I do have some PS3 games. I do not have it, no. I have Dead Island, Dead Island 2, Demon Souls, Disgaea. That's the only these I have. I do have Batman, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City, or whatever it is. I heard it was very good. Well, when I send this upskiller in to get repaired, I'll be able to play other consoles, other things, right? So, I don't know. Maybe I'll play some Xbox 360 or some PS2.
It is true that his appearance is a little unusual. But when you get to my age, you learn not to judge a horse by its harness. And of course, I would help anyone who was in trouble so far from civilization.
So I'm guessing Dante's Inferno is kind of like an adventure game, like God of War or something. I do enjoy those type of games. I will play them. I don't enjoy them as much as RPGs, but I still get satisfaction out of it. The only games I probably won't stream is like first-person shooters. I totally do not enjoy those. The only one that I like is Borderlands. It's fucking unbelievable. It's amazing. And Fallout 3. I play Fallout 3 like twice. It's so good. I like those type of first-person shooters because they're RPGs. Like you could probably change the genre and then have the same game, right?
I hope you don't mind me asking, but why do you live all the way out here on your own?
Of course I do not mind, dear. There is an old ruin behind my house. My ancestors have looked after it generation after generation. It is a family duty.
Hey Meowth, how's it going? What's up, what's up? Yeah, I'm still at this. Guess I'm getting pretty far. I got Jess back. We turned her back to normal.
But that will all end with me. I have no one to follow in my footsteps when my life is finished.
It's a great game. This is really good. This is definitely one of the top RPGs I've played on my stream.
Really? It must be pretty tough living on your own like this. Duty or no duty.
It is comfortable enough. I have lived here since I was a child, so it is not a hardship. And from time to time, people get lost here in the mountains like you, so I am not lonely. And I always have Boris to keep me company.
Ah, on the subject of dogs, we had something to ask you, Marta. This will sound a bit strange, but we're pursuing a big black dog, and we heard that he might have been headed in this direction.
A BBB.
There's a good chance he may have come this way. Have you seen anything?
No. I am sorry. The only dog I know about is big old Boris over there.
Yeah, cute old lady, right? Yeah, this game has a lot of cuteness to it for sure. So what happened? Jess lost the scepter. Scepter fell, and a big fucking dog, kind of looks like a Houndoom from Pokemon, took the scepter. So now it's like the big bad evil boss thing.
Sorry, I cannot be of more help. You should ask where there is a lot of people. If you go down the mountain and go to the north, you will come to a town called Irkutsk. Maybe someone will know something there.
Ah, that sounds like an excellent idea. Right then, chaps, there's no time to lose.
Cool.
Oh, yo. If you are hasty, others will only be amused. That is an old saying here. One should not be so eager to go back out into the blizzard. The night is coming. Why don't you rest here? I am sure the blizzard will be gone by morning, so you can leave for Irkutsk then.
Yes. Wise words, my good woman. Very well, we shall rest here for the night.
Cool. Thank you very much, Chrono Triggers. It's a fun game. This is definitely... I'd say it's better than 9. I thought 9 was very good.
Go north from the bottom of the mountain, and you will come to Irkutsk. Please be careful on your journey.
Thank you, Meowth.
By George!
Chrono Trigger says, hey man, just calling as I see it, you're taking the direction from chat and being fun with it. I'm also an entertainer, right? I can't just be like saying nothing and playing a game, right? I gotta be interactive and it's fun. It's actually a lot of fun. I was at my buddies yesterday, and this is how we play video games. So I'm trying to emulate that. Like, you guys are beside me, and I'm just chilling with you, and I'm playing a game, right? Meow says, unless he wants to kill said game, then he rage quits. Yeah, rage quitting games. I want to get back to Twilight Princess.
Princess, are you all right? Were you cold in the night?
Forgive me, but I must ask you a favor. If you meet with a man called Marek in Irkutsk, please give this to him.
Is that our son? Meow says, I'm just not overly receptive to streams that won't allow any form of backseating or spoiling at all. Like, even when you want me to help out. Yeah. See, I'm okay with that. If you guys want to help me out, I mean, you guys have been doing great. Without spoiling, that's awesome.
He is probably working with herbs like I am. I would be grateful if you could give him that bag. Spasibo. Thank you.
Think about it this way. If you're playing a video game, chilling with a friend, and you're playing with them, and they've played the game, they're not going to spoil it for you, but they're going to give you clues, and they're going to help you out. And I've done that lots throughout my life. I'm 40, I'm fucking old. So that's the way I view it, right? Meow says they're like, no, and then you get warned. Really? Yeah, Meowth, but then you won't go back to their stream because it's not fun. Right? Beko says, I think there's a place for both styles. Maybe, but I can't think of the old style, the other style. I'm just okay with like people helping me out. But if there's a part where I don't want any clues, I'll let the chat know. I think I've done that, but it's rare. Meow says, for sure, it's not like you want to spoil entire games, but say anything in some of these places. Yeah.
Right
Meow says, and it's almost an immediate ban. That's so fucking dumb, really.
Toodly bye.
Beko says no input in good for situations where the puzzle is what you're signed up for. Yeah. Okay. I think I've done that too on my stream where I was like, okay, let me do this, or please don't say anything, and it's cool, right? People are respectful. There's nothing wrong with that. But most of the game is chill. Because yeah, some of those puzzles are very satisfying, and then I want to solve them. That's what it comes down to. Burner Trigger says, yeah, some people are overly hyped on it. For my streams, I invite backseaters who are cool and chill. I don't like the story spoilers, but other than that, I can enjoy the mechanics and stuff. Yeah. That's exactly it. There was a barn there. I cannot enter the barn, I guess. Oh, I can enter the barn. Yeah, see, Meowth knows. She won't spoil the game's story. That's exactly it. I don't think I've seen anybody spoil game story. People just know. You know, gamers are actually pretty smart people. They're not dumbasses. Unlike the gaming devs would think we are. Those are dumbasses. We're gonna tell you how to play our game. Dave says, I was looking up the specifics of a spoiler the other day. Like, if you talk generally about the game, movie, book, when does it become spoiler? That's easy. When you are... Okay, so you know that feeling you get when you're watching something for the first time and then you're like, oh, this is so fucking cool. Don't take that away from the person. I don't know how else to explain that, but don't take it away. Kind of lead them. You know? Becco says, people are usually respectful, but I think that's only in the case of a small scale we operate at currently. Once you have 10,000 viewers, then it only takes one to spoil you. That's true, yeah. Well, that's when I say the majority, right? Of course, there's going to be one dumbass. There always is, but I mean, we can't really control that. It is what it is. That's life. Yeah, 2022 can peace out, exactly. What a fucking shit year for movies and media. It was garbage, guys. Absolute shit show. Yeah, the last few years, right? I don't know. I think this year's going to be worse for movies. What did we get last year for box office? We got Avatar during the holidays. Really? That's it? I heard it was a good movie. I heard people liked it. I don't like it. I'm not going to watch it. But that's all we got. Think of it. Dave says Violent Night, best movie ever. Okay, that I'm gonna have to find. I don't know what that movie is. I heard The Northman was good. Yeah, says I want to see the new Puss in Boots. My son wants to see it, so we're gonna watch it. Also, the new Mario movie coming out, probably gonna be. Meow says Top Gun Maverick was great. I haven't seen that. I heard it was great. It did amazing in the box office. Dave says Santa Claus goes postal. Come on. Oh, what? I didn't even hear about that. Okay, I don't know about that. Yeah, the new Mario movie. Exactly. I'm basically just looking out for kids' movies in the theaters. If it's anything else, I just watch it on by myself at home. Yeah, exactly, right? Maverick got huge reviews because it's what fans wanted. It gave the fans what we wanted, and well, I say we as like I saw it, I didn't see it. And Tom Cruise is pretty respectful to his audience, unlike most of Hollywood, right? Meow says, watch those kids films at Jenna City. I always do, Meow. Thank you so much for the warning. Because, yeah, some of those movies, man, they got some fucking sick shit in them. Not meant for kids. And I do watch out for that. I do read the reviews. I don't go in blindly. And Puss in Boots.
Well, it seems we've arrived in Irkutsk at last.
Puss in Boots is supposed to be good. I didn't hear anything bad from it. And Mario as well, right? So it should be good. The Little Mermaid, says Dave. Yeah, we're not watching that. Hell no, hell no. They're gonna change the story.
And that nook grass really is quite marvelous. I wasn't a bit cold, even in all that snow. Now we can stay outdoors as long as we like. Excellent. Well, I'll be waiting outside the town as usual. In you go.
The only live-action movies I've seen from the Disney animated movies was Jungle Book, which I thought was actually really cool. I don't remember much of the cartoon, but I thought it followed the cartoon. It was great. The Jungle Book. I saw Aladdin. I didn't like it. Aladdin was shit. And the animated movie, I fucking love the animated movie. It's my favorite animated movie in Disney. And after that, I said, yeah, I know where this is going with Disney. I'm not watching The Lion King. I'm not watching anything else. Live animated movie. Oh yeah, I saw Beauty and the Beast. It was shit. I don't like it. Dave says, saw it as a kid, saw later in life a bit of what was going on there. Oh, buddy. You know, it says old school Disney, Little Mermaid was fun. Yeah, nope, not watching live Aladdin. It's not good, it's just bad. The live Aladdin, Will Smith was the best part. I think he was a good inheritor of Robin Williams' Genie, but when all your other actors just suck, it's not a good movie. And they changed the story. We're going on to 4 hours, so I'm gonna save and call it a night, guys. It is getting pretty late. And I will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific. So catch me then. Definitely a good stream. Meow says Lion King was hella weird. Really? Because Lion King is such a good story. I don't know who I'm rating to. Yeah, Beckos, I'll see you around. Definitely, Dave, good stream. I don't know. I'll check who's on. Oh, you saw the movie with your brothers, with your brother, nieces, and nephews? They want you to come. Of course, they want their favorite auntie to come, right? Definitely, Dave. Peace out. Let's see. Let's see who's on. Richard says, can I suggest Negatron? He's playing Hades and streams a lot of retro as well. I mean, yeah, but I found the thing with my viewers is if I raid somebody who doesn't play similar games that I do, all the viewers leave, right? So I mean, I could try Negatron. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, the only game close here is... Oh, Prank Monkey's playing Phantasy Star 4, The End of the Millennium. There's that. Right? When Trigger says, oh, I mean, I know a guy playing FF9, if that's closer to what you're doing. Yeah, FF9 would work. Meow says... I will say the ending was handled a bit better. One of the few credits I'll give Disney. It felt more threatening for the Lion King. Yeah? Is Neon Arcade on? Yeah, Neon's on. We could raid Neon, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you guys will like Neon. He does retro games. You'll like this stuff, guys. It's a pretty chill dude. Yeah, let's raid Neon. Neon Arcade. Plays arcade games. Okay, guys, I will see you on the other side. And again, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific, I will be back. Check for announcements on my Discord. Just waiting for the transfer here. I think we transferred, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, guys, this is it. You have a great night, and I will see you around. Peace out.